there is a place where the world folds in on itself, where the air feels older than time, where stone rises like frozen breath and the sky burns not with fire but with memory. This place is called Socotra, an island adrift between continents, a fragment of the earth that forgot to change. Here, evolution took a different path. Here, the wild grew sideways. And at the heart of this silence, something ancient stands. Something strange, something that bleeds red when wounded. The dragon's blood tree does not reach for the sky like others. Its limbs arch outward, flat and wide, like the ribs of a giant fossilized umbrella. A canopy not of leaves, but of patterned memory. A structure not of ambition, but survival. It grows in slow spirals. Branches split not at random, but by rhythm. There is a pattern here, subtle, mathematical. A logic whispered in the heat. It casts shadows like hands, reaching in all directions, but never up. The light passes over. The tree simply waits. Its bark is gray, but not lifeless. Scratch it, and the resin seeps out. Deep red, thick and glistening in the sun. Dragon's blood, it is called. Not for myth, but for truth. For what it looks like, for the way it stains skin as though carrying memory. People have harvested this sap for centuries, for medicine, for dye, for rituals. They believed it held power, that something of the island lived inside the tree. That the blood it sheds is not just protection, but history. The tree grows where almost nothing else will. On cliffs, in stone, on the edge of what wind allows. Its roots do not seek soil. They embrace rock. They hold to the earth not in conquest, but in compromise. It is not beautiful in the way flowers are. It is beautiful in the way ruins are. Stark, silent, unapologetic. It stands alone, even when surrounded, each one a monument to survival. Each one shaped by heat, wind, and time, not just to endure them, but to reflect them. It does not change quickly. Growth is slow. Decades pass between branchings. Each extension is a decision. Each new limb a story. If you look closely, you can see the rhythm, not in color, but in form, not in movement, but in stillness. The dragon's blood tree speaks not in bloom, but in silhouette. Its shape is its signal, a warning, a memory, a gesture. To walk among them is to feel small, to feel watched, not by eyes, but by presence, The air is dry. The wind moves like a whisper held too long. Shadows stretch at odd angles. Everything feels displaced. Birds nest in its canopy. Insects hum beneath its bark. It bears flowers and small fruit, but not to dazzle or tempt. Its strategy is economy. Every droplet of water is held, protected. Every leaf is positioned with purpose. No excess, no waste. At dusk, when the sky softens and the shadows turn blue, the trees glow, not with light, but with contrast. Against the fading sky, they become symbols, icons. You expect them to move, to speak, but they remain still, always still. And yet they change everything. Their presence alters the shape of silence. They turn open land into something sacred. They make the viewer aware of time, not just passing, but accumulating. Some believe they are watching us, not with intent, but with indifference, like the earth watching itself, like memory that no longer cares who remembers. The resin, when hardened, smells faintly of heat and salt. It cracks like dried blood. It stains like history. It was once used in rituals to cleanse spaces, to ward off spirits, to summon clarity. And still, when burned, it releases a smoke that feels older than language. You do not need to believe in magic to feel it here. The wind moves differently among these trees. It does not rush. It curves. It circles, as if uncertain whether it is welcome. In this landscape, there are no loud colors, no soft grass, just rock, just heat, just these trees, balanced on the edge of what life should be allowed to do. And they do it anyway. They do not ask permission. They do not make demands. They endure quietly, proudly. They have seen empires fall, climates shift, oceans rise, and still they grow. Their seeds fall in silence. Their sap flows in ritual. Their roots remember what the world tries to forget. And we pass through, tourists in time, staring, photographing, leaving. But the tree remains, not because we care for it, but because it has no need of our care. It teaches by example that survival is not always loud, that strength does not always reach upward, that beauty can be strange, and that blood does not always flow through veins. It is not a metaphor. It is not a myth. It is not a dragon. It is a tree. And yet it is all of those things. When the sun rises again, its limbs catch the first light like a crown, like a broken wheel. like a map of something only the earth understands. And in that moment, brief and perfect, it does not look dead. It does not look wounded. It looks as if it has always been here and always will.